I just put out this video called It's 12 a.m. and It's Hard to Work, and one thing that I thought about after making that video is that when I release a video, when a video is done, I consider myself off for the rest of the day, unless I'm especially bored. You may have seen me make these videos in the past where I talk about how I become so obsessed with YouTube that it's the only thing I do just all day. And part of that is out of a desire to achieve more, and then another part of that was just out of straight boredom. I was lonely, and I didn't feel I had much of anything to do in my life, so I would just sleep for 17 hours a day, wake up, record 3 videos, and then just continue doing that each and every day. And so you would find 3 videos a day in your sub feed, but it wasn't because I was super obsessed with doing well. I was simply falling back on what I knew how to do because I didn't have anything else to do, and it was one of the only things that gave me even a shred of life in my life. Like, it was something that I did feel satisfied for doing, and by doing it each day, it gave me a sense of habitual comfort. But it wasn't necessarily always out of achieving a new thing, because if I were to achieve a new thing, then that means I would be pushing myself, taking on a project that might take a little bit more than 5 minutes to finish. So this entire idea that I've been this achieving mastermind just for how many videos I put out is totally wrong. And a lot of the time, on a normal day when I'm not super lonely and when I'm not just completely enveloped into the platform, I'll put out one video and then I'll feel that's enough. Let's take the day off, kick our shoes up, you know, listen to Chop Up Trap House all day. I don't know. I'll do something that's completely comforting to me and just hedonistically indulge in that instead of focusing on more pressing goals at hand. Because you can always do more. There's always 5 other things that you could finish to further your self development, but you did the one, so that's good. Here's your reward of taking the entire day off. That's not enough. I'm not doing enough if that's the case. If I only did the one thing, then that means there's 5 other things I need to do as well. And I can't just take the day off because that's not how you progress in a timely manner. And no one progresses in any skill in a timely manner. It takes years. And that's even more of a reason why you should be dedicating more time of individual days to it so you can cut off the time of those years overall. And like if for example you want to do learning Japanese and computer programming, those 2 things are going to take at minimum 2 hours of each day. And really, with learning a language, I'd say you more want 5 hours, especially because Japanese is one of the hardest languages because of the kanji system. So you're going to need, at base stats at least, 2,200 hours until fluency. And so, if we were to divide that up among 365 days, 5 hours each day is looking pretty good because that way, it'll only take you a few years to reach a very good level of Japanese. Whereas with most people, if they only put in 1 hour a day, they're going to have a lot harder of a time. So, now if you're putting in, let's say, 2 hours of Japanese that day and you're just wowed by the fact that you did anything instead of just laying around, then you're probably going to take the rest of the day off, if you're me, and then forget about it the day after because you're not disciplined enough and you simply focus on the mere idea of getting out of bed as an achievement. It's not. It's one of those things where you can always be doing more, so why aren't you doing it? If I can always be achieving more in my life, if there's always more horizons to go on about, then I should be taking those horizons in stride. I should be, riding the horse across the mountain, uh, you know, all the way to the next land. Achieving the adventure there. But I'm not. You know, I finish 1 hour of work, I finish one YouTube video, and I consider that to be just enough. What did the YouTube video do? Did it push the conversation in any way? Did it develop my speaking or writing ability in any way? Yeah, maybe in a small way it did, because more work equals more success. I wouldn't make one video that's, worse than the last one on a technical level at the very least, maybe on a quality aesthetic level, but on a technical level, no. I'm always getting better with each video in tiny, tiny ways. I'm not going to fall back on saying constantly and speaking like a man with literal Down syndrome. I'm not going to go back to doing that because it's like riding a bike. You don't stop. You don't stop knowing how to do something. But did I develop a real change beyond just maintaining upkeep, beyond just slightly improving by putting out more things? No. Oftentimes, no, because I'm not doing something that's teaching me a new element of the craft. Instead, I'm maintaining the elements of the craft that I already knew how to partake in. That's a problem. I know I've been saying this a lot. That's a problem. This is a problem. I've been saying that a lot, but it's because these things are. I can't spend my entire life spending 3 weeks without working, work one day, and then expect that to give me a pass for the next month. It's just not going to work that way. I can't expect to make one video each day that barely says anything new, that barely pushes my own ability, and then we're just fine. We're squaresies for the rest of the month. No, I need to be making sure that each and every hour of the day is dedicated to furthering my ability as a person and to pushing me to greater heights. Because if I don't do that, then I'm not going to achieve the goals that I have. And I want to. I want myself to be that person. So, if that is something that I truly want, I'll endure the pain and the bullshit that it takes to get there. There's a lot. There's a lot of bullshit. And for someone with as low energy as me, it's even harder to endure. But I have to. If that is something I truly want, then I have to. Which means no resting on my laurels when it comes to releasing one kinda mediocre video. No ice cream after walking 3 steps. If I'm serious about this, I need to act serious.